This is Between Classes, a Qurtuba Islamic Academy production.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to Between Classes, a Qurtuba Islamic Academy production. My name is Maseehullah Rahim, and today I'm joined by Moulana Muaaz Salejee and Chef Hamzah. How are you today, Hamzah?
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, I'm good. Nice to be here at Qurtuba Islamic Academy.
How are you feeling? You feeling alright, comfortable?
Yeah,
Everything?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah. So we all know you are very, like a worldwide known chef. So what's one thing that you could say to, start us off with this whole production?
Okay, for somebody who's starting now,
Yeah.
I could advise them to work hard, keep trying, and never give up. Because when I started, there was a lot of challenges. I almost quit, but then I kept pushing, alhamdulillah, then until I came right.
All right, so Hamzah, tell us, how did you start?
When I came from Malawi, I never knew how to cook. So I started right in South Africa. I learned everything from the scratch. So it was 2007. Then I learned how to make pastry by Hafsa in Mayfair. She sells pastry from home. So that was my first ever job in the country and in my life. Yeah. So from there I left and I learned how to cook food somewhere else. Then slowly, with the help of social media, and I love watching other chefs also, then I picked up some recipes and I tried to start creating other things of my own style.
So was it your passion or were you just thrown into it?
I would say it's a passion, but more like a calling, because my mother was a chef. Two of them, my sister, my auntie, who were like the first owners of restaurant in Malawi, because I come from Malawi. Yeah. So there was a restaurant called Asungwana Restaurant. Asungwana, which translates in English. Asungwana is a Malawi language. It translates sisters. So there were two. So like you say, sisters restaurant. So yeah, growing up in that home, then every day seeing them cooking, I think that was part of inspiration, because I was not cooking back then. I was young. I was still in primary school. But then, as time went by, then, my mom passed away. Then I had to leave, come to have to look for the job. Then I stayed in Azadvit for a little while. My father was there. Then next thing, I found a job in Mayfair in the kitchen. So I thought it's a calling.
So do you think that your mother's restaurant influenced you to continue this journey of becoming a chef and cooking?
Yes, it played a part, because looking back, seeing them, how they used to wake up in the morning and serving guests, that thing remained in my memory and stayed with me. So I enjoy cooking and I love doing it. So alhamdulillah, with a lot of recipes outside there today, it becomes very easy to learn. For somebody who wants to do it, it's possible to be done.
And before becoming a chef, did you think that was what you were going to do from the start? Or did you ever have a different career path that you wanted to follow?
No, I never thought I would be a chef one day in my life. But growing up back home when we were young in school, then I used to play a lot of soccer. So me and my friends, we could tell ourselves that one day we're going to go play international, maybe overseas. Yeah, alhamdulillah, I played so much soccer at home when I was in school that I even came out in the newspaper of Malawi. And they had some big coaches of the national team of Malawi came to fetch me by my mother and stayed in the city of Blantyre and Longwe. And they tried me in the big clubs of the national league. So I was thinking like, I'm a superstar, I'm a soccer star, I came here, then I ended up in the kitchen.
In which year did you come to South Africa?
2007. That's how I started out. Yeah, I arrived and started learning how to cook. Yeah.
So what's one thing that people get wrong about you? Something that people think about you, but it's not true?
That's a tricky one, especially going back to my old clients. They say sometimes when I'm busy, then Maybe I can't make it on that date they want me to go because they used to know me and I tell them, no, I'm booked. Then they say I'm a big shot now. But I'm not a big shot. I'm still just Hamzah the Chef.
So let's talk more about your cooking and your kitchen experiences. So firstly, if you could eat one meal forever, what meal would that be?
If I could eat one meal forever, my favorite dish now is karik chiri. Karik chiri is one dish I never used to know and like when I first saw it, because in Malawi we don't eat rice and yogurt. We don't mix. Those two don't go together. So when I started learning how to cook, then I saw the aunties was training me. They said, no, you have to blend the yogurt and incomas to make the curry. So I'm like, no, we're going to eat rice with it? They're like, yeah. You see? So I said, okay, let's try it, you know? So the whole combination, once I tried it, then since then, I never stopped eating it. It's laka. So every time I go out, people, they want to do curry chin. They go crazy for it. I made it on Hajj, I think twice. Yeah, even on Umrah, I made it, alhamdulillah. People, they enjoy it. So I would say that one is my dish to go.
So I know when I want my curry khichdi, must have rice, curry, muns, maybe some prawns, the small prawns, pumpkin. I don't eat the pumpkin, but it must be there, you know. Spinach, you must eat. I don't eat the spinach, but it must be there. So
Yeah.
some nice aloo fry, crispy aloo fry, what's it called, brinjal fry.
Yeah, full house, yeah.
Full house. or
KK,
nothing.
they call it KK.
You do everything or you do nothing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, yeah.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So was curry khichdi the first Indian cuisine dish that you were exposed to? Or
Yeah, not really. Like I could say, the first dish I ever cooked, like Indian dish, it was a butter chicken. So I made a butter chicken, then slowly I was picking up other recipes. But yeah, then I tried to spice it up to make it, you know, taste different, like put my signature on it. You know, there's a lot of recipes. A lot of people eat it different. Some they put yogurt in it as the fresh cream. Some they put maizena in it. They don't put a plain yogurt. So some they braise the chicken separately and mix with the masala later. So you can do many ways, you know. Like when I was in Saudi, I saw them on their menu, not on my menu. On their menu, they had butter chicken. So I was watching. I'm like, okay, let me see the style. Because sometimes I like to learn also. So I see them, they took the chicken fillets, but they also use chicken pieces. They like to use chicken pieces. They pushed it in the oven first, marinated, but put in the oven. Then they just braised the masala and the yogurt on the side. When it was done, they took it out, they put in the pot, 5 minutes mix, they saved it. I was like, okay, that looks like a hack there. We can shortcut these things. Yeah, so I learned something. So there's many ways we can do it, but yeah, I would say butter chicken was the first dish.
so like what pushed you towards trying Indian food and cooking Indian food?
Because there's a lot of Indians in Azadville. I stayed there for like 3 weeks, then came to Mayfair. So like one big Indian community to another, you know, like one holy land to another holy land. Yeah, so yeah. I grew up with the Indians, with like all the kind of tribes, you know, Memons also. I learned how to make akini, Memon akini with them. So, but I can't speak Memon. Yeah. So, so yeah, I've been around with them a lot. So I learned through a lot through them.
So there's a joke that goes, you make chicken akni with chickens, you make mutton akni with sheep, and how many mammals do you have to slaughter to make mammon akni? So going back, you had your butter chicken, then you started growing.
Yeah.
Now if you look into your recipe book, so to say, how many recipes do you have?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Now I got a lot of recipes, alhamdulillah. Everybody's telling me, we like your recipes, we want a book. So I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I want to draft something, put it together and get the people who knows books better to do it for me, inshallah. Then I can get one out there, because a lot of people wants to learn my recipes. Even when I'm going live on my TikTok, my Instagram, I got people watching from UK, Australia, Canada, Dubai. So people, they say, Hamzah the Chef, we want your food, because it's a different touch. You got different recipes this side. But inshallah, time goes by, We're gonna do one book, inshallah. But I got a lot of recipes. I'm talking Indian dishes, grills, curries, or the rotis and naan and puris, desserts, then the mocktails and all the snacks and lunches and fast foods. What a big lot. Because every day when I'm not working or cooking, I'm just watching food shows. Yeah.
So do you feel that most of your recipes come from like the food shows and YouTube, or is it more from a different person, or like
Yeah, mostly they
recipes
came
from
from
memory?
the aunties. When I go to their house, they'll tell me we like our food this way. So maybe, like how we eat biryani in Joburg, we put more rice and less masood. But if you go to Devon, they're going to put more masood and less rice. So you learn different cookings that way. But at the end of the day, they're both biryanis. So when I go to one house, one auntie tell me, don't put ghee, put oil. Don't put oil, put butter. So if it works for me, then I'll use it to the next place. Then that way I picked up different recipes. Yeah.
So we know that you travel a lot, you go to different places. So how has travel influenced your cooking or your style of cooking?
Yeah, the travel really helped me a lot. It influenced me a big way because each country I went, they cook differently, not like South African, Indian food, you see? So because of that, then I realized other people also wants to eat food like what they used to eat in their country. But sometimes you find like I went to Turkey everything is kebab, everything, even drumstick is kebab. They will make it a kebab. So sometimes you find maybe it's mild. So I'll take the same style. I like to go visit kitchens when I travel. Like when I was in Saudi, I was in the kitchen all the time. I watched all the Arabs and Pakistan that were helping there. When I was in Morocco, I went to take Mauritius. Then I like to go introduce myself in the kitchen. I tell them I would like to learn what you guys making. I also love food. So I check it, but then if I like something, then I get back home, then I have to put masala in it because most of them got no spice, no strong. So I try to do, like I'll make Adana kebab for you, Turkish, but it will have a kick in it, not like the one that you're going to eat in Istanbul. Yeah.
So which country do you think has the best cuisine from all those that you visited?
Yeah, now I'm busy with Portuguese menu that I do all the time. I think Portuguese is best. Yeah, I enjoy Portuguese cuisine. Yeah,
That's the prawns or the chicken?
both chicken and prawns. Yeah, almost our every second function, that menu has to be there. We make that a lot. Yeah.
And like, what's a strange dish, something like unexpected that you tasted in a different country?
Okay, let me see. Yeah, when I was in Saudi this time, we went for Umrah. They bring a lot of sweet dishes also display there. Yeah, I saw something that looked like half moons. So I was excited. I was like, okay, let me try that thing. But then the dough is different and the filling also inside is different, but it was brownish like half moons. So I found that it was a strange food for me. I've never tried it and I never knew how it's made. Because other food, when I taste it, I can just pick it up immediately. I'll know, okay, there's corn there, there's cheese there, there's this, there's that. So like that, yeah, I watch and learn as I go also. So that's how I see different food, Yeah.
So you say that you went for Hajj and Umrah and all of that. And feeding the people, how did it feel like spiritually when you were feeding all of these Hajjis and people going for Umrah?
Yeah, it was amazing feeling, alhamdulillah. I've never imagined one day I was gonna go for Hajj, it was Allah's mercy. So standing in front of 1,000 people, we're doing 1,020 guests every day, breakfast and lunch. So seeing them, I never just see them like people that I'm feeding. I saw them like as a guest of Allah. So I was standing there thinking, Allah actually brought me in Makkah to feed his guests. So that feeling remained in my heart forever because I'm telling you, I met a lot of people every time it's Hamzah, because we had 5 hotels. So we off the food out of Azizia. Then every day 5 quantums must take food to drop different hotels. Then they'll say, Hamzah, we need you to come to our hotel also. Come introduce us the menu. So like that, it was nice because you see after they eat the du'as they made, the smile on their face, the compliments, it just made me feel.
So do you feel
good.
that was your best experience in Hajj?
It was best because I cooked for a lot of weddings, walimas, birthdays, family reunion. But I've never done 1,020 people 20 days in a row.
Sure.
So in Saudi Arabia, we cooked from Isha time, the whole night until the next day, Zul time. We only left the kitchen after 1.
Sure.
So the whole night I was standing. There was no chair, nothing. And there was no time to say, let me take a break. I must have coffee. You can't have coffee. It's too hot, 50 degrees. Then you're standing the whole night until the next day. When I finished, and my body will be finished. But Allah's help, it helped me to go through. It was a lot of work, but that's how Allah brought me in Makkah. Then I was happy.
So, what was your best catering experience and your worst catering experience?
The best catering experience, obviously, to be the Hajj, cooking
After the
logistics,
Hajj,
wallah.
after the Hajj.
Oh,
After
after
the
the
Hajj.
Hajj. And after the Umrah.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
yeah.
exclude that one for
Yeah,
now.
okay, we put that on one side. Then, yeah, I would say, a few years back, there was a mall opening in Botswana. They call it Fuse Mall. Yeah, Fuse Mall. It was a new mall. Then they were doing like official opening. So they said I must go cook for them. They had 300 guests. Now I went there. We cooked the food by the manager's house. So we should take them later to the venue by the mall. Then just realized that there was the president of Botswana came to eat the food. It was part of the function. I did not know. And I was full of flour because I was rolling the fresh naan. We said we're going to serve them hot naan because it's nice to eat it hot, you know. So we at the back. We are not even allowed to go near the venue because, you know, we at the back because we are dealing food. So we can be exposed there. Then the next thing, I see the police and the bodyguards coming to our place, to our kitchen area with the manager. Say, who's the chef? We're looking for the chef. I said, yo, what have I done wrong? Because we had the stew, we had butter chicken, we had tikka, and we had kebabs, we had samosas. We like combined all the different food because there was white people, African and Indians. So we tried to accommodate everyone, you know. Then they're like, no, the president want to see you. So I was like, deep down in my heart, I'm like, am I hide here? What? Okay, they say, yeah, president want to see you. So we can introduce the menu because we don't know what food you made. They need to know the menu. So when I went there, they put me on the go-kart. Then they drove me to the holding rooms where the president set up was sitting. Then they had like 10 people in there with his ministers. He asked me, what's my name? Am I the chef? I said, yes, I'm Hamzah the Chef. I said, what did you make for us? And I told him it's a butter chicken, stew, tikka, and with kebab, we got chips. So they go, okay, dish for us. Then they let us taste. So they were very happy. They enjoyed the food. And they told me their protocol, you don't leave the site until they finish it. So I was standing there for 1 hour watching them. And yeah, unfortunately, they were not allowing the phones. They told me no phone. I thought I was going to go get a selfie with the president, but we had no phone. But around it was a nice experience standing in front of the president. Being a guy from Malawi who really didn't have much experience when I came here and cook for a president, it was something amazing for me. So things like that stand highlights in my memories. Yeah.
So, all these places you go to, do you take your own crew with you? Or are you presented with a crew at all these different places?
Some places I go with my crew. Some places I go alone. Like in Saudi Arabia, you know, with the visa stories and stuff. So I go alone. They give me a team that side. But I prefer to go with my team because they know my recipes. When I went for Hajj, I was doing with the Arabs and Pakistanis. They gave me there like 6 guys. But they had no idea on South African food. So what I was doing is like I was cooking and teaching at the same time. So yeah, if it's local South Africa, I go with my crew. But when I'm flying international, most of the time I go alone. Yeah, so soon I'll be traveling also. Then yeah, some places I take my wife. Like when I went to cook in Saudi, my wife came. She's been very helpful. And also, yeah, in Morocco she came. Inshallah. Yeah, soon we'll be going again, inshallah. Maybe in 2 days' time.
So, what was your worst catering experience? You gave
us
us the best. Now we want to know what was the worst.
my worst catering experience. Let me see. Where did I go? Waste and flopped. Yeah, I think when I'm at the site, I try to keep things moving smoothly. But what happens is there's been quite a bit of sometimes I forget ingredients, you know. Then I'm going to the venue, then maybe you out of town where you won't find halal food. Or maybe you won't find Indian spices. Then it becomes like a little bit of a problem. One time I remember sending my team in Emaransha, then had a problem where the food got late there. The client was upset. Then he punched my chef. Yeah. Then we tried to resolve the matters, but from all those waste things I came across, we try to learn from it and grow from it and going forward. For now, inshallah, we're trying to upgrade every day. We see what is trending, what is going. So because people people when they angry, they get very hungry.
Hungry man is angry.
Yeah.
So was there ever a moment in your whole career that, you wanted to give up? You wanted to say, enough is enough, or you wanted to stop?
Yeah. There was. I actually stopped. I did stop. But that was before I started like freelancing. Yeah. So cooking with different families before I started doing on my own. I cooked in Houten, I cooked in Mayfair and Brixton. So sometimes, like the work, like being a chef is very demanding. Working hours are very long. Most of the time you are away from your family and from your comfort zone. So yeah, there was a moment where I said, okay, I was not happy anymore where I was working because of the things, how they were going, like treatment kind of a thing. Then I thought like, no, I want to quit now. I can't do this anymore. Because, sometimes they'll tell you you're going to be working 6 days a week and one day you get off. But now they want you on that day, off day also, Sometimes I'm sick and I'm not joking. I'm sick for real. But then they will say you still have to come to work. So I thought like, no, I can't work. I'm sick. And things like that made me want to rather do my own things. I was scared when I left the job because I was having one baby and my wife. I was like, how am I going to pay my rent and support my family because I'm leaving this job? But, it was Allah plan for me, because I'm thinking if I was still happy there, I would still be there. But now, then the money-wise was not the same as of now because I could go different places, do big events, and meet different people, you see. So the shift that got me to leave that place then introduced me to the freelancing. That's how I came to the house calls and events and travels.
So what kept you motivated or keeps you motivated during all these difficult times and difficult experiences?
Yeah, what motivated me because I realized in life most of the time if you want something to be done right, you have to do it yourself. So I look left and right, I see there's no plan B. I am the plan B. So I can't quit. Then I had to keep going, and also the love for the food. And when it comes to traveling and meeting a lot of people and see how the food that I save makes the people happy, that motivates me to say, okay, people can come together because of food. So it's something good, Yeah. So that kept me going.
So do you prefer catering more local or more international?
I would say both because most of the time I'm here. International, go like once in a while, but most of the time I'm here. So for now, I think I would say local, but international is good that I also want to promote it more so I can get more exposed, Then maybe do more work international also because there's a lot of work also international.
So how do you balance your work life and your personal life?
Yeah, it's hectic, but I try. Most of the time, my kids will say, maybe I must take them out on weekend. And I don't have any booking at that moment, I'm like, okay, we're going to go to Zulek or we're going to go to Santon, Yeah. Next thing, somebody say, Hamzah, I got a family coming over this and can you to Brai. So I'm thinking, how must I balance this? It's a challenge because at the end of the day, we have to pay the bills, So I try my best that whatever little time I got, I must spend with my family also. Some places when I travel, if the families are okay and the venue is okay, I take my family with me. Because most of the time, weekends I'm out. Weekdays I'm home, but the children are at school. So when they come back, it's at night already. Weekend, you need to chill together. I'm gone for work. So, but they got used to it. So yeah, they also love cooking. My kids love cooking. So sometimes they come to help. So we keep it like family business, like Indians.
So when you're at home, you include them in the kitchen as well.
Yes, they like to come here. When I'm cooking home, especially my daughters, they like to help. The boys, they only come when the food is ready.
Sounds familiar, isn't it, Maseehullah?
Only when the food is ready, you see Mama and Ismail coming. You won't see them when you're preparing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So about just before we move on to the next segment, the rapid fire, Moulana Muaaz loves his steaks.
Okay.
So what advice can you give him to better his style of making steaks?
The steak.
Yeah.
Moulana has to tell us how he likes it. Medium rare, well done.
Medium rare, obvious.
Yeah, medium rare. If you check on my social media, I just posted, I think 2 days ago, we did steak. It was a steak only when the Arsenal was playing PSG. It was a steak while you're watching the finals in Houghton. So yeah, there you're gonna see the tricks. We did it in the pizza oven, clay pizza oven.
The steak.
Yeah, we put a ribeye there, we put tomahawk there. So it was we put a wagyu. It was mashallah. But now with a steak, you must have high heat. Right. Yeah. So you seal both sides and the top and the bottom. Then you don't overcook it. Yeah. Also the spices you use. So I like to go with the dry spices like a rub. Yeah. Then because you need to taste the meat.
You make your own dry spice or?
When I got time, I make, but most of the time we buy. Yeah, we buy it like aquarius and Fosme.
So when you
Yeah.
make it yourself, what
Yeah.
spices you putting in there?
Yeah, so I like to combine like a 6 gun, then I crush my black pepper, then I get the rosemary and salt and garlic with a little bit of olive oil. Then I just wrap the steak. Maybe you leave in the fridge for a while. Maybe you prepare it later in the evening or tomorrow so that it can marinate nicely. Yeah. So if you like it to have a kick, then maybe you make like a sauce on the side to serve with it. But most of the time, I do it on the high heat so it can serve. Then I slice it, and I'll ask the people what flavor they want, or medium rare or well done. Then everybody eat differently. Most of the time they like it medium rare.
But a lot of people can't eat medium rare.
Yeah.
It must be dead.
Yeah, most of them they like it. They don't want to see the blood. Yeah.
They don't want to see anything.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna get sick.
But once you overcook it, also it can get tough. You see, so it needs to be quick. Even if you want it dead, the heat must be high, so it's in and out. Yeah.
How do you like your steaks?
Medium rare also.
Medium rare.
Yeah. Medium rare.
Okay, so now we're just gonna do some rapid fire questions. I'm just gonna ask you quick one-word answers, choices, whatever.
Okay.
Okay, so street food or fine dining?
Say again.
Street food or fine dining?
Fine dining.
Braai or biryani?
Biryani.
Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
Breakfast or supper?
Saba.
Favorite spice?
Say again.
Favorite spice?
Favorite spice. Garam masala.
Your signature dish?
Prawns.
One ingredient you can't live without?
Crushed garlic. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm not Indian complete.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yes, I love my Hawaiian.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Chicken or beef?
Chicken.
Burgers or pizza?
Pizza.
Recipe book or YouTube?
YouTube.
Before we end off, Hamzah, usually at the end of our podcast, we get the guest to write a question for our next guest.
Okay.
So you will get the opportunity to write a question for our guest that's going to come next, without giving your name or anything. But we have the question here from our previous guest.
Okay.
So you're going to read the question and then answer it to the best of your ability before you...
Okay, all right.
So you can read the question for us. And
what is the word missing today?
Garam masala.
Okay, masala at the bottom also, because there's 2 lines.
No, just the bottom one. You
Huh?
can answer that question. And
Okay, answer that on the face. Okay, all right. Today the world is missing love and good food.
Can you explain on that?
Yeah, because good food brings people together, Yeah. But now with all the wars going out there, like for example, in Gaza and all over the world where all the Muslims are suffering and they can't get food, it breaks our heart because it shows that there's no more love in the world, Those people that are suffering from the food, they can't even get help to go through it. So it's really important that we should share love and food. Those two goes together. Yeah.
So what advice would you give to aspiring chefs?
Okay. My advice would be if you're upcoming chef or you want to be a chef, there's going to be a lot of pressure in the kitchen. You're going to flop, but don't stop because nothing comes from quitting. You have to keep trying until you get it right. Sometimes something's going to bend. Doesn't mean you have to stop, You have to keep trying until you get it right. There's a big room and there's a lot of opportunities in the food industry. So inshallah, with the help of Allah, you keep going until you get it right.
So I think this is by far the most important question. How would you like people to remember Hamzah the Chef?
Okay, that's a nice one. Yeah. The good food that I make, alhamdulillah. Most of people, they say the food is nice. So, the food I make and how I interact with my guests and the clients, I want them to remember that. Yeah.
So, subhanAllah, today's conversation reminds us that some people don't just prepare food, they create experiences, build relationships, and serve communities. Chef Hamzah's journey shows us that success isn't only measured by what you put on a plate, but the impact you leave around the people.
Jeez.
Jazakallah khairan to Chef Hamzah for joining us on Between Classes and sharing his journey with such openness and authenticity.
Jazakallah so much. It was nice being on your podcast. Till we meet again. Inshallah.